In this video, we're going to go ahead and delete some hidden faces on the body that we won't need visible in game. And it'll also, deleting those faces will help keep them from clipping our outfit in game. So it's always a good idea to go ahead and get rid of faces that are not visible, keeps them from clipping, and with the scaling bone system, you really kind of have to get rid of them. It's also good for game performance because the faces are hidden. There's no reason for them to be getting processed by the game engine. Let's go ahead and get started with that. We're going to go up to shading and we're going to go ahead and, in fact, let's just go to show and let's hide our joints so they're not visible anymore. That way we don't accidentally select them. And we're going to take our body model and we're going to hit Control plus D on the keyboard. Now take your original body model, the one that's rigged, and hit Control plus H. Remember, when you duplicate a model, it does not duplicate with the skinning if you use the Control D key anyhow. Now with the new body, we're going to change the name on this one, and I'll call this my Jane Bod HD outfit. If you have CBBE, just add outfit on the end or something that lets you know that this is the one that we're deleting faces on. This is the one we're actually going to use in game for this particular outfit. And now we want to kind of add a bit of transparency to our low poly game object. I usually do this just to the quad one. I'll just go ahead and right click. I'm going to go to assign new material. I'm just going to give it a Lambert, and I'm going to come over here to Lambert 4, which is the new one that we just created. Just hit that arrow until you get to the new Lambert that you created, and go ahead and bump the transparency up. Now what we're looking for is we want it to be kind of to where we can sort of see the body. And there's sort of a, if I zoom in here, you can kind of see where the body's clipping from the outside. I can see exactly where the body's clipping. I can also kind of make, and that shows me where that inner ring, remember this inner ring that we added inside? That's what I'm looking for. I want to see exactly where that's happening so I know what faces I can delete on the body. So now that's pretty good. I can see that pretty good. And I'm also going to come up here and turn on this wireframe on shaded. So when I have the body selected, I can still see the model, and I'll right click and I'll go to face with the body selected. Now I'm going to come through and I'm going to start deleting faces. See right here, I wouldn't want to delete these faces because still showing, if someone were to get up close enough and look down the corset, they would be able to see that the body was deleted here. So we'd want to go down a little bit lower because you can see, hopefully you can see this in the video, you can see that that's the line where it's clipping through. So I'll come down a little bit lower, probably to this row here. Press Q on my keyboard to go into select mode. And you know what? I'm going to turn on symmetry when I select as well, which will kind of help speed things up so I don't have to select them on both sides. So I'll come over here to my tool settings, drop down symmetry, and I'll just change this to object X. Now it's on symmetry. So I'll click that face again, hold down shift, and I'm going to go ahead and come down. And you can kind of bump around. You don't have to stick strictly to quads. You can select along these tris. And there's no set faces that you have to pick. With your body, you just have to decide which ones are not showing. As I can see, these ones are all hidden. And I want to try to get as close as I can without touching that division right here, this line where it's clipping. I don't want to delete faces that are in between it. I just want ones that are hidden. All right, I'm trying to get up as close to it as I can without going too high. Getting close here, I'm just going to look and see I can get rid of these two and get as close as you possibly can, but don't go over, right? You got to be careful with that. And get this one, then I'm going to drop down a little bit and maybe delete these. I can probably get rid of that one. It can be jagged too, it does not matter at all. So this looks good. Delete these. Just going to continue to go around the body here and select faces that I'm going to delete. Paying attention to that line where it's clipping, where the outfit is clipping the body. Right, so this is good. I'm going to look in here. I can bump up a row. Looks like I can bump up here. There we go. And come around. And there we go. Now it's always a good idea after you select it to come to the other side, because a lot of times on the side of it, the symmetry doesn't work and you need to reselect those. So as you can see, I had to come around. So make sure that we have it selected all the way around. Once you get it all the way around, you can go ahead and hit delete on your keyboard. That's going to delete those faces from the body. Now go ahead and skim around and make sure nothing is connected, not even a corner connected to another corner. That means that there's still a vertex welded together. You have to make sure that it is absolutely separated all the way around. All right, now I'll come down to the body and the bottom, and I will do the same thing. I'll find that line where I can see where it's clipping. You can see it's, this is lighter and this is a little bit darker. You can kind of see where the outfit is clipping the body, and I'll select a row above that. So I don't want to select faces that are being seen outside the outfit. I want ones that are hidden as close to it as I possibly can get. All right, going around. I know somebody out there in the audience is probably thinking, zap sliders. Whoa, zap sliders. I don't like zap sliders, all right? I like doing it this way. I feel like it's more accurate. And it also gets us to play with John WD7's new vertex selection tool in Nifscope whenever we line up the wrists on the body, which is something that's really nifty to learn how to use in a future tutorial. So I'm going to keep going around, making sure that I don't select the row that is visible or any faces that are visible. I could actually, looking at this, I can go down still. Probably move up right there. There we go. Keep going around. And once I get all the way around, I'll check the opposite side and see these two didn't get selected. With symmetry on bodies, and sometimes with various organic models, it doesn't, on the very side where the texture seam happens, for this body texture seams are on the side, it doesn't select faces like every now and again. So I got a row going all around the bottom. I'll go ahead and delete those. And just like when we deleted the inside of our outfit, this is now detached from the rest of the body, this center pieces. We also have to select the front because there is a texture border going right here, or actually there's a border going right here, an object border. So make sure that when you double click this, so I double click the face in the front, go around to the back and double click another face while holding down shift. Make sure that nothing out here got selected. All right, nothing on the outside got selected. We're looking good. I'll go ahead and just hit delete on my keyboard, and I'll right click and go to object mode. So now let's see how this looks inside of Maya. We'll come up here, we'll turn off wireframe on shaded, we'll select our outfit, our quad based outfit, come back over to the attribute editor, go to the Lambert 4 and turn off that transparency. And what you're looking for, skim around there and make sure that you didn't mess this up. Make sure that nothing, you can't see that those faces are deleted from the outside. I cannot see it. There's no way I can tell because, as I said before, it's clipping on the inside, which is really dark in there, which I could turn on wireframe on shaded. We got these faces here. If I select it, you can see that it's clipping the body right there. So this looks good. This is what we're looking for. We deleted the faces that are hidden by the outfit from this. So in the next video, we'll go ahead and make use of our ab weightlifter script to copy the weights over to our game objects that we'll be putting into Fallout 4. If you have any questions or comments, feel free to post below the video and click subscribe to follow us on YouTube.